thank you very much for joining us once again. We're talking about a very interesting topic today, financial lifestyle. How do we factor finances into our everyday lifestyle? We've been talking to our experts today. We've got Dr. Chongwa as well as Sebe Dlamini, who are financial experts, people that are on the ground who have managed to understand the power of money. Sebe, right here, you were saying something very interesting that, look, it starts with being, assertive. It starts with being that person that's responsible, be that decision maker and knowing how to make money work for you and understanding it, the discipline, which is very important. And, Dr. Chongwa, you have a wealth of information when it comes to these things, eh? The good, the bad, everything, you have it. And it's been great, just listen to all the wealth of knowledge, that you have when it comes to finances and as a person who is an economist. So before we went to break, we said we are going to talk a bit about debt.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe we want to go into it quickly, but maybe before we go into debt, let's just talk about the fun side of things, the lighter side of things when it comes to money. Come on, we all love money, really, and it all makes us happy, at some point. So let's just talk about why is money important?
Firstly, I'd just like to reverse back on the debt, because once a person talk about debt, you're like, wow, we all had debts. But I say debts is a way of life. And I've always said manageable debts are those that you're able to pay. So for me, if you're able to afford your debts, then you're not in debt. So people, you put the word debts, they think it must be something that, obviously people go into debt is because it's something that they can't afford anymore.
Yeah.
But there is the good side about debts. If you can afford
What
your
is that?
debts, then you're not in the debt because you're
If you
affording.
can afford your debt,
Yes.
then you're not in debt.
Yes,
So you can't
because
say
you're able to pay. Then it takes you off and you get emotional about it.
Yes. And then I
So
go
there is
out
the
of
good
the
side of
house.
it because you are managing your debts.
Right.
Then there's the bad side of it where your debts are beyond you managing them.
I think this is very interesting, and I really want us just to move on quickly with the show, but I want us to go back to that subject of debt. Maybe we can put it towards the end of the show because it touches on this aspect. Dr. Chongwa, we did talk about this earlier, when we we're having our little pre-discussion, that, that factors in our everyday life. That is your mental health, where do you find yourself with these finances? So I think it's a big topic on its own. So I just want us to just really end on that tip because I think that's going to be very valuable.
But let me a bit chip in here.
Yeah, if you may, if you may.
Debt is very dangerous.
True.
And
It's a show on its own, this topic called debt.
It's cancerous. The way I define it in this book, debt is like cancer.
It's a cancer.
If
Slowly.
it can spread, cripple you,
Yeah.
and just finish you like that.
And kill you.
And
The
kill
power
you.
of debt. Now, it's like a machine gun. You should know how to operate it.
Right.
If you don't know how to operate debt, do not go into it.
Oh, my word. And it's so easy to find yourself
It's a
in
danger
debt.
zone. It's a good thing. It can work to those who understand debt management.
Yes.
But it's a danger
And that's
zone.
a thing on its own.
It's a danger
Debt
zone.
management.
Yeah, you have to know how to play the tricks and matrices.
Exactly.
That's why the financing sector, they understand these things very well.
Of course.
And when they are playing the cards, they know exactly which is the next step in case of what happens. Let's take, for example, issues of risk analysis. You do a lot of risk sensitivity.
Yeah.
You do a lot of what we call, there's what we call moral hazards. Okay, moral hazards.
Right.
A moral hazard is a situation whereby I lend you the money
Yes.
and you come to us borrowing money. Then you tell lies
Yes.
that I need this money because there's a funeral. So borrow me the money
Yeah.
because it's a cooperative.
Yes.
Then after we giving you the money, which you lied to be for funeral,
Oh, my word. Those little white lies.
we find you eating chicken and chips.
Yeah. I like that. That's true. I'll go there to the franchise. Hello.
Now, this is called moral hazard.
Right.
Okay.
Now, moral hazard, it has got an element of risk, high risk.
Yes.
Okay, so when you are dealing with debt, you do a lot of risks analysis, you do a lot of risk sensitivity. Now the question is, if the lending institutions, they understand the risk management part of debt, how much more you and me who trust in debts, we should have time to learn also how to
That's
manage
just the thing.
personal
That
debt.
society and time in our lifestyle give us an opportunity to actually understand, because, honestly speaking, it's so easy to go into debt.
Yeah, and
Getting out of
I
it
feel
is the hardest.
I feel for my dear brothers and sisters out there, because what you're saying and you're talking about as a doc, you're someone who's so knowledgeable, and we're a whole lot of us that are just not.
Of course.
And this thing is very creeping, because we come from families where we even see our parents around ourselves. They even tell us every day, hey, I'm in debt, now I'm
Yes.
paying this. We grow up and we know they must be paying
Yes.
something. Even
Yes.
the houses we stay at, and
You
even the food,
Everything.
they need to pay. So
Yes.
they tell us everything, those things. So those things we just grew up and we know it's just a norm.
It's part of
And
life.
it is so saddening, because even our brothers, they get into, I'll put an example, like your military, your police force. They get these people into debts like first month when they're in there. So I mean, really, what you speak about really scares us, because really we do not know what you're talking about. All we
Exactly.
know is this is life.
Yes.
And besides that, like we said in the first place, you see, in everything there's a good and bad. Debt itself, to those who know how to manage debt,
Which is a very few.
it's a very big opportunity for you to have a leap in your finances. Very
I'm
important.
listening.
Very important.
I'm listening to this one. I'm taking it home.
But if you decide to ignore knowledge, even the Bible says, my people, they are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is very important. That is why the Jewish culture, by the time a child is 8 years up to 12 years, the Jewish,
Right.
they emphasize on knowledge. They don't emphasize in buying toys, PlayStation.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Yes.
Sneakers,
Yes.
and biscuits for children. No. Their main emphasis, our friends, the Jews. They
But
emphasize
can we
on
blame
knowledge.
our African?
Because we're different.
Because really now when it gets too deep to a point of relating us to, our brothers, and we really know, like what you're saying, I'm still standing by the word that we do not know this thing, and the knowledge is not
We
there.
never had the
And like I'm
opportunity,
saying, this
yes,
is
the
just being pampered to
socialization.
even our kids right now. I'll
Yes.
tell them straight, I'm
Yes.
owing this. I'm
Yeah.
owing a school fees. They chase them at school. The money here at home is just, they know these kids that even our parents are so confused with it.
Yeah.
If I can, what is knowledge?
I guess
Knowledge is power.
knowledge is power. Yes. That's a nice one.
Knowledge is power, because-
Think too much about knowledge.
Yeah, we think
Yeah.
knowledge is such a big word on its own, and a lot of people will probably try to run away from that, because we always put ourselves in a point whereby we feel, look, I need this money. My units, electricity units, they're beeping away, and that sound is so annoying. That means, now I'll be able to, enjoy a few luxuries that come with that. So that financial independence of just knowing
Yes.
how to manage it, I hear you, Dr. Chongo. I hear the good doctor, because, he has it, right there and there, because he understands it. But let's just bring it to us, the everyday person. Why is money important? Let's talk about that. Dr. Chongo, what you want to start?
You know what? Let me show you something. You see what I'm carrying, what I'm holding here?
It's a hot 200 Manangani, which you're going to leave on the table, right?
This is
After
money.
the show.
This is money. Now this, you see, is to others is a piece of paper.
Yeah.
But this paper has got command.
Of course.
It has got a command.
Of course.
Now the command, it is what brings the glory to the person. That's the important part of it.
Yeah.
Now, this money, to somebody who understands its power of command, is glory. Glory.
Right, it is. I agree with you. I agree.
With money, even Jesus Christ, those of those who go to church, Jesus Christ used to have pocket money. So we cannot say that this is not important. Even children, this is very important. Us, you know our backgrounds,
Yeah.
you know our parents, how they raised us.
Yeah.
Perhaps they were not exposed to this knowledge like us. Never teach your children to think that money is not important.
Yes, true. True. Well spoken. Well spoken, Doctor.
Children
Yes.
must grow to our, by the time we reach our level, we should say, when you are having money, you are having power.
Yes.
Power.
Yes.
And that is the goodness part of it. Now imagine if I get this 200, I spend it on things which don't matter or which are too temporal to me.
Happens.
Too temporal to me.
Yeah. That
But
happens.
what do you think has happened to my power?
You've let
You've
go of your
lost
power.
it.
And you've gone.
And
Sebe.
if you don't have power,
Right.
if you don't have power, even a common thing can mock you right in your face.
Of course.
Because of power. So money is very important.
Money is important.
Do not finish all the money. No, 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 no. You keep money with you. It's next
Well,
to
do not
oxygen.
finish all your money.
Why-
And
why
now
is
we
it-
know he has a couple of banknotes in his pocket. How much money do you have in your purse right now?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Don't ask me, 'cause I'm not
Dr.
about to
Chungwa,
share.
I just want to know why the difference between males and females. You want to save that 200 for me in your pocket for like a whole week, and because you've just had it in your whole pocket a whole week, you feel like you've got some sense of you've got money.
Yes.
It's power.
And here's a woman here. I see that 200. I see like a bucket of KFC in
Yes,
the
for the
evening.
kids, yeah.
That will all
Because our
benefit us
bills
in the
are-
house. And
yes.
for you, you feel like, why wouldn't we even have
Why
both?
waste money?
You know? But why does it feel, or does it have this fulfillment in you, especially males? I've recognized that
have it.
they'd rather have the money stay in their purse for a month
Yes. Yet for us, we
you know,
want to
if-
open the purse and spend
and
it.
use it,
Yeah.
you know?
It's that's a very nice question. Money is a booster to anything which is there. So masculine, money boosts the masculine aspect of things,
Precisely.
yeah. And you are feminine on the other hand. So money even makes you even much more feminine.
Feminine, yeah.
That's why, for example, you meet somebody, a man with a loaded pocket,
Yeah.
you become the best woman ever on earth.
Yes.
Yes.
Because, you know, you get to
So
spend that.
that is the power of money. It pushes to every angle and makes sure that it maximizes the ability to that angle.
Okay.
That is why I emphasize read my book, the power and the glory of money. You see, if you are evil,
Yeah.
you are evil by nature, and we give you money, you become more evil to the point
Okay.
of killing yourself.
Yeah.
And if you are good by nature,
Right.
we give you money, you then become more good. That is why the Bible says money is the root of all
Of
evil.
all evil.
Yeah.
I just want
Not
to still
that
keep
money
it.
itself is evil.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
It's-
If money itself is evil, then we don't need to give offerings at church.
Train.
Yeah.
Because how do you give
Something evil, you know, into the church and into
So
a
money
community.
is important.
Money is important.
Money
And
is
then
important
just
in all
because-
aspects of life,
Quickly,
yeah.
just because now we're talking about this gender, there's also this other big issue, you know, Zebe, you know, and yourself, Doctor, you know, where we say other men, they don't want to be married or have a relationship with a woman that earns more money, but let's save that when we come back from commercial break
Yeah,
because we
that's
need
a
to
very
go,
nice
you know, on a
topic.
commercial break. We were going to talk about that. How come that happens? And it's a real thing. It's out there. It
Yeah,
happens. We'll be
yeah.
right back. Stay with
Gender
us.
equality. Thank you.